Yes, so today's webinar has been organized by me for our Year 5 parents, especially new parents at Pre-Uni. And I'd like to share the latest information about the selective school exam next year. So I will discuss about the placement process, application procedure, and test format, and score calculation, and most of all the preparation, how we need to prepare for the test. So, yeah. Yeah, today's webinar is audio only webinar. So, yeah, if you want to see me, you can come to the head office. Okay. And firstly, I'd like to thank all of you for your ongoing support and hard work for your child study during term 1. Yeah, despite the Omicron pandemic, we are still tackling all the very awkward situation. But we will try our best to provide our scheduled tuition program. We will do our best. So, during last week, all our students complete their term test. So we are now very busy time, spending busy time to prepare for the term reporting, and that will be released at the end of the term. So I noticed a lot of improvements from our Year 5 students, and thanks again for their hard work. And also the upcoming autumn holiday course and also term 2 course schedule has been finalized. So please check out our latest newsletter. I will provide some more details about upcoming course during the webinar. Okay. Yeah, the audio seems, I will just volume up. Okay, I hope it's better. Okay, can you hear me now? Okay. Okay, our exam date, the selective school test in 2023 would be Thursday, 9th of March. It is term 1, week 7. Yeah. So we have now just 11 months for the exam preparation. 11 months. D minus 11 months. Okay, let's recap the important key days for the selective school placement and application schedule. According to the previous experience, the application website will open in October. I expect 10th of October until mid-November. The application will open. So you need to register at the application website and complete the online application by mid-November, by the due date. And then your child school principal will assess the school assessment score and provide the school mark for the final calculation of the score. It will happen during December. And 2 weeks before the exam day, you should receive the test authority letter. I guess it's the 23rd of February. And then 9th of March will be the exam date. And normally the outcome released in 1st of July. As you know, our Year 6 students, the exam date has been postponed and it's scheduled to 31st of March. So the schedule has been postponed. So they will get the outcome in maybe end of July this year. But in your case, just assuming everything should be back to normal, it will be looks like this. So during mid-October to mid-November application period, and then 9th of March is the exam date. Yeah. So yeah, getting into selective school will be the most challenging goal for your child. And yeah, to be able to succeed, we should prepare well in advance, and also we should be aware of all the latest information about the exam. Yeah. So selective school is very popular education system in New South Wales, catering academically gifted students with high potential, and they're delivering the accelerated curriculum and special teaching method so that they can bring the best out of all the GNT education. Yeah. So the bright, highly achieving students, they are very cooperative learners, and they can form the social and academic network to help compete each other and study together. Yeah, then make the good social network as well. Yeah. So yeah, selective school always outperform in all kind of exam like HSC and university entrance. Yeah. So getting into selective school is a very good goal to set. Yeah. So let's try our best. Okay, I just made some sort of chart, tree-map chart. Yeah, that shows the selective school, number of places for year 7. So as you can see, in New South Wales, there are 46 selective high schools, and there are 17 fully selective schools where all classes are selective, academically selective classes. And there are 4 agricultural high schools, which is also fully selective school, like James Lewis, Hurston, Para Memorial, and Yanko, which emphasize the agricultural study. So they need to study agricultural science as a compulsory subject. And all the green area, they are partially selective school. 25 schools where there are 1 or 2 selective stream classes. So as you can see, 21 fully selective school like violet or the blue colored schools, 70% of total placement. So 70% of total places would be fully selective school, which is much popular than the green schools, like the partially selective schools. So each selective school, especially fully selective school, they accept around 120, maximum 180 year 7 students each year. Yeah. And the partially selective school normally 30 or 60. So if they have 2 classes, then 60 places. And if they have just 1, then 30 places. So total number of places available for year 7, 4,226. Due to high demand, more than 15,000 students applied every year, and they are seeking one of the 4,226 places. Which means that the only top 30, within top 30, 28, depending on number of applicants, less than 30%, top 30% students will have a chance to get in. So that means if you don't prepare, it will be very hard. It will be very difficult to succeed. So that's why we prepare well in advance from this year. Nowadays, many year 5 parents are asking me, what is the latest minimum score for each selective school? Yeah. Unfortunately, this year's entry scores are not available yet. In my experience, I expect it will be released in April, in mid-April. So once I got it, I will share them immediately with you. So don't worry. I will keep you updated. So this table just shows the official cutoff scores up to last year, 2021, year 7, entry scores for each selective school, which was the out of 300 mark. So you can see not many changes every year in terms of the position of the school. James Roos maintained top position more than 2 decades, I think. And Bochum Hill, North Sydney boys always compete each other for the second places, and followed by like Hornsby girls, Sydney boys, and then North Sydney girls, Irwin, Normanhurst, Porter Street. They are the main top 10 schools. Yes, not many changes every year. So from last year exam, 2021, the placement score has been changed to out of 120 marks. So I tried to figure out the most recent school entry scores, because we did the quite intensive outcome survey with our year 6 students, which is the recent outcome. And then these are my estimate to get into James Roos. Minimum score looks like at least 105 out of 120. Bochum Hill seems to be second, 98. That's the minimum score to get in. And then North Sydney boy 96 and 92 for the Hornsby girls. Sydney boy 91. Yeah, something like that. This is my estimation. Probably, we can examine this estimate in April, next month. So these are general idea how much your child needs to achieve in the next year's selective school exam if they are aiming for top selective schools. So, okay. I hope my estimation is not very wrong. It should be similar. Yes, I'm recording this webinar session. So after this webinar, you can replay. You can examine my slide again. Don't worry. It will be available to watch again. Okay. Okay. Another question is: Will the next year's exam be online test? I think so. I'm expecting online test, computer-based test for the next year selective and also OC placement test as well. They are moving to a computer-based test format as they previously announced. So the Jennison Education Group, they will deliver the online test format like they did in the NAPLAN Online or Valley for the high school science exam. So it will be online format. And from last year, the new version of Selective School exam paper, which is written by the British company Cambridge Assessment, and they will provide new test components like reading, mathematical reasoning, thinking skills, and writing. So 30 questions in 40 minutes in reading test, and 35 questions in 40 minutes for the mathematics, 40 questions in 40 minutes for the thinking skill test, and 30 minutes writing task at the end. Yeah. These are official test structure for next year selective school exam. Yeah. Education mathematical reasoning is 5 multiple choice, A, B, C, D, and E. Yeah. So if your child is attending STTC, they already know this new test format, and they are familiarizing the test environment. Yeah. So. Okay, the out of 120 calculated placement score will be combination of exam mark and school mark. So the current year 6, they couldn't get the school mark due to the coronavirus pandemic and so the flooding recently. So there was no school mark, but in your case, we are expecting extra 20 school mark. So 100 from the exam and 20 from the school. So total 120. That's the maximum possible score to achieve. Yeah. And then minimum 105 was the minimum entry score to James Lewis. If you're aiming for the James Lewis, 105. Yeah, that's the bottom line. And for some independent school like Catholic school, they may not be able to provide a school mark. In that case, still the student will get out of 120 marks, just using the exam performance, exam score only. Okay, so it will be still 1 out of 120 marks, so that they can compare with the public school students. So out of 120. Yeah. So it can be. Is it beneficial or not? Yeah, it depends on the students, academic performance at school. If they maintain a very high standard at school, getting the school mark is very important. Yeah. So, but anyway, the exam out of 100, that is the most crucial part. Yeah. So I just made a pie chart to get an idea about the percentage of each test component. Yeah. So as you can see, the test performance is 84% of total mark. Yeah. So test performance, even they got a very good school mark, if they fail for the exam, yeah, it did not work. Yeah. So we cannot just rely on the exam, the school score 20. Yeah. Actual performance on the exam date will most likely decide the outcome. Yeah. Okay. And also, when we look at the test component, the English part, including writing and reading, and school score is around 42%, which is the big portion of the total mark. So nowadays, improving the English skills, reading and writing comprehension skills and writing skills is become very important, very crucial part. Yeah. So we need to develop high level of English skills until the exam. Yeah. It's very important issue. Okay. So last year in 2021 exam, we did very intensive, research about the exam to find out the new selective school exam questions. So we got many information, and we revised our STTC papers according to our former students' feedback. They are now year 7. And these are summary of their feedback. Yeah. So in general, our students said the test level is medium to hard level. That was the first experience with the new exam format. But the mathematical reasoning looks very easy for them. Yeah. On the other hand, reading and some thinking skill question was very challenging and spent a lot of time to figure out. Yeah? Especially reading comprehension is all about reading skill, fast reading skills. So due to amount of reading, stimulus, reading time, even 35 question, within 40 minutes, still very challenging task. Yeah. Writing was 30 minutes writing time with one task, which was no problem for them. So the only concern was the reading and some critical thinking area of the thinking skills exam. Yeah. And compared to our STTC level, they said a bit harder than actual exam, which is good. Yeah. So that's why we got very good result this year. Yeah. And also OC. Yeah, OC result is marvelous. We got very good result in the OC, and many students got the OC scholarship nowadays for year 5 and 6 studies. And congratulations to them. Okay. Yeah, I got many questions. Yeah, I will look at all your questions and discuss after this presentation. Yeah. Okay. Okay. In the reading test, there were points, novels, some sort of factual tests, and there are many small piece of reading stimulus and provides multiple matching questions. So many extracts they need to read, especially point. They need to be able to annotate the theme of the poem and get a main idea and tackle the questions around 6 to 10 questions per text. It's very challenging task. Yeah. So that's why most students' feedback was sort of difficult in the reading test. The question type is quite similar to our STTC. And the vocabulary in the reading test is standard level, but some passages, particularly narrative, there are some very high, quite high vocabulary skills required. So the vocabulary, improving the vocabulary skill is also very important task. Okay? Yeah. The mathematical reasoning test, compared to the STTC, it was easier than ours. So there was no problem with 40 minutes lesson testing time, quite enough time to finish all questions and double check the answers. Yeah. They just covered the main key areas in mathematical curriculum. So as long as they followed our WMT and STTC mathematical reasoning curriculum, yeah, there was no issue. Mm-hmm. Yeah, in the thinking skill test, which is a new test component, yeah, you may refer to the sample questions in our website or from the education department website. There are two kinds of question type: problem solving and critical thinking. Problem solving require more like numerous skills, mathematical reasoning skills, and critical thinking is kind of aptitude test and some sort of analyzing the text. Yeah. So it's like some sort of dialogue-based questions, yeah? And like to figure out which person's statement is correct, something like that. Yeah. It's quite similar to the sample question, yeah, in the Department of Education. We have lots of resources about thinking skills, so you can make use of all our resources on Cyber School, and the continuous practice with the similar types of question will be effective. Yeah. So we are providing lots of questions in both problem solving and critical thinking areas. So let's make them familiar and reduce the time spending for each question, and revise the question again. An incorrect question, they need to revise and try again, and make them understand. Yeah, that's the only way to improve their scores. Yeah, writing test. Yeah, it was about writing the news report. Yeah, so it depends on the year. So this is we are not sure what kind of text type will be appeared. It can be persuasive writing, or this kind of newspaper report, or sort of narrative, making a story. So we need to practice with all sort of writing tasks throughout the STTC, and also try again with the same writing task and second feedback, which is good. And that's the only way to improve the writing skills. And also you can consider our writing course, yeah, to catch up any writing skill if child is a little bit behind. Okay. Okay, so to improve our students' test taking skills and knowledge, yeah, we need to focus on these 4 tuition programs. Yeah, these are tuition programs we are providing for year 5 students to make them succeed in the exam. So the WMT course and holiday course, STTC course, that's the main key courses to boost up their ability. And we also we are holding the 2 ASAP in term 4 in September and February, 2 times. Yeah. And we will measure their achievement level through the ASAP. Especially for the autumn holiday period, we'd like to recommend to join the special NAPLAN preparation course to make sure they got highest band in the NAPLAN. It may affect your child's school assessment score anyway. Yeah. Due to the COVID pandemic, the school feel not enough resources to assess their scores. So the NAPLAN results may be good resources for them to assess students' achievement level. So getting the highest band in the NAPLAN seems to be also very important at this time. Yeah. So we organized 4 days special autumn holiday course from 19th of April, and just focusing on NAPLAN test. Yeah. So we did cover all essential exam topics, and also we will let them try the NAPLAN online trial test every day. So 4 days intensive course just focusing on NAPLAN. So this is very highly recommended for our year 5 students. Yeah. And Term 2 WMT course will give more accelerated work in all areas: writing, reading, mathematical reasoning, and thinking skills. Yeah, we already introduced Year 6 curriculum so that they can finish all the Year 6 curriculum before the exam. So it contains lots of challenging and also practical questions that is good for selective school exam preparation. And also our cyber school is evolving with more resources and services. So please utilize all the services on cyber school. They provide lots of revision materials and homework questions, yeah, and video lessons, and also the many services you can utilize from Term 2. Yeah. If your child hasn't started STTC, it's time to start. Yeah. Not many tests available until the exam. So 5 tests in Term 2, and probably winter holiday we can cover 4 tests and another 5. So less than 20 tests remaining. So it's time to start and let them to try all types of exam questions and familiarize new test format. And as time goes by, they will increase their speed and accuracy. And on the exam day, I hope everyone feel very confident. Yeah. It's a bit harder than actual exam, but still okay. That's the practice. So please join Selective Test course, yeah, from Term 2 if you haven't started yet. Some parents, especially new parents, they haven't been aware of all our services on cyber school. So I just summarized the main service list. Yeah, these are services for Year 5 WMT students. Yeah, all the module answers are available on cyber school, so you can download to check your child's homework, whether they finished properly, completely, without any mistake. And also they can watch the video lesson again every week. We are providing video lessons. And there will be additional weekly vocabulary test, which is very good for vocabulary skill. Yeah, I already mentioned about importance of vocabulary. And also mathematical reasoning and thinking skill. If they need more practice, yes, it's available every week. Yeah. Please let them finish all available weekly homework questions in mathematical reasoning, thinking skill, and vocabulary. Yeah. For the writing, we are asking them to try again with the same writing task every fortnight, and our teachers will give second feedback to get better idea how to create the good piece of writing. Yeah. according to the given task. Yeah? So WNT writing and rewriting service is provided on Cyber School. Yeah. And if they missed the normal class lesson, they can register for the Tuesday live lesson. Yeah, we are providing online live lesson on Tuesday. So please register for the Tuesday live session to make up the missed class. Yeah. Nowadays, there are many COVID cases, self-isolation. Yeah, in that case, yeah, we are still providing live online lesson on Tuesday night, so that you can register. Yeah. So it will be available on Saturday for the registration. And also every second week, a special online quiz is mandatory. You know? That's why we put in the term report. Yeah. So every second week, they need to revise all the previous 2 modules, whether they fully understand the topic and concept. So just let them to finish all the SOQ on Cyber School. Okay, and also if they are studying on June, yeah, they can find the online June lesson link on Cyber School as well. So Cyber School is covering lots of work. Yeah. And for the STTC students, yeah, there are lots of services from the Cyber School as well. Okay? So there will be additional mathematical, reasoning, and thinking skill question. And they can review all the previous question they missed, maximum 10 questions each. Okay? And also they can try additional reading test every second week. And they can try the writing test again and get the feedback from the teacher. And also they can check the most highly assessed top 5 writing script, so that they can refer to their writing style, their vocabulary, and why they got a very good mark in the exam, writing exam, and they will get better strategy. Yeah. And parents are curious about their child's overall ranking. Yes, you can check it out on the My Result menu of the Cyber School. Yeah. After finishing one set of STTC, you can check your child's overall rank. And this is a new one, STTC point annotation worksheet and guide videos. It will be available from term 2. So every reading test in the STTC will cover the poem-related question. So many parents concerned about their child's poem annotation skills. So we have decided to provide additional guide video, how they can annotate the given poem in the STTC, the reading test. They can download the worksheet, and they can watch the guide video. Yeah. Miss Kim already made the guide video, and then she will explain how to annotate, how to figure out the poem scheme, the theme, and step by step. Yeah. It's a very good guide video. It will be available from term 2 for STTC students, yeah, which is good news. Yeah. And for the writing, yeah, they can also review the writing test. There is a video available, so your child can do more lesson on writing part. Yeah. So lots of writing activity, isn't it? Yeah. Top 5 writing retest, video lesson, and also the poem annotation videos. Yeah, we try to provide as many resources as possible, but if you don't use it, what can I do? So please make use of all the available cyber school services. Yeah, and there are. Yeah, I just checked how many students tried our Reading 310 course. It's available without any charge. So please complete all Reading 310 course. It contains lots of good reading skill, reading comprehension questions. So please don't miss out. Yeah, Reading 310, which is very good. Okay. So, okay. Okay. Well, I hope everyone has found the webinar informative and get better idea on how to practice and prepare for the selective test. We have had over 800 registered attendees tonight. Yeah, thank you very much. Yeah. I think we have someone that just answering your question, but yes, this is my email address, david@newcollege.com.au. If you have any question, yes, I'm more than welcome to get your email, and I will answer. I will reply to your email as early as possible. Yeah, I'm doing this job every day. Yeah, every day, lots of inquiry email from our parents. So your parents are welcome to join. Yeah. So it can be any matter, academic matter, or how to select the school choice. Yeah. Any question about the exam? Yeah. Please email me. Yeah. Okay. Let's have a look. Your question in the chat box. Yeah, there are so many. Sorry. How much percentage at least to pass? I think this is talking about the minimum entry scores, you know? Yeah. To get into the top 10 selective school, your child should achieve at least 90 out of 120. Yeah. Okay, yeah. Yeah, we got 69 James students last year and 91 Bochum Hill. And in my memory, the North Sydney boys, 58, yes. Yeah. So, you know, James Lewis 120, yeah, more than 60, that means over 50% they are from Pre-Uni. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, the improving the writing skill is, you know, the writing skill is all about their vocabulary skills and also the creativeness. You know, they need to be creative. Yeah? That means they need to read lots of good books, yeah? And then they can imitate the author's good piece of writing and build up their vocabulary and then practice and get the teacher's feedback. That's the only way to improve the writing skills. Yes. Ongoing practice on a regular basis. The online test for next year has been confirmed or not? It hasn't been confirmed yet. You know, previously they said from 2022 it will be online test, but this year they changed their mind, and the year 6 students will do the paper test. Yeah. But they are still planning for the moving to the online, so that's why we are doing the online and trial test practice at the moment. But if they update with a new test format, we will immediately change our test format as well. Yeah. To get into Sefton High, I expect at least 76 out of 120. Yes, I already showed my estimation in the previous slide, so you can watch it again after this presentation. STTC will start from 29th of April next term, and it will be 11 sessions. So it's separate course. WMT course and STTC course is separate course. WMT course is the normal regular theory lesson, foundation study, and build up their knowledge in all areas. STTC is just focusing on the exam practice. Okay? So that's why we recommend both WMT and STTC together. Yeah. Build up the knowledge through the WMT and try the exam style question through the STTC. Yes. The STTC will be a 3-hour session. That means they cannot finish all test components in one session. So we will start mathematical reasoning and thinking skill week first, and then in the following week there will be the reading and writing test, and also additional vocabulary test, to build up their vocabulary skills. So 1 week for mathematical reasoning and writing, the thinking skills, and on the next week they will do reading and writing. So one test will take 2 weeks. That's why 5 sets are available in term 2. Yes, this webinar is recording, so you can watch it after this webinar. Yes. To get into top 10 selective, what is the position at Pre-Uni? Normally, to get into top 10 selective school, their position in the STTC probably within top 20%. It's case by case, depending on the students. Some students start from the beginning, some students just join in the later. So it's very hard to figure out, depending on the students' study pattern. But generally speaking, by the end of term 4, when they assess their child's STTC position, we estimate around top 20% students will get top 10 selective schools. Okay, the poem annotation, worksheet, and guided video will be open from term 2 after the reading test, because they need to do the reading test first. And then in the following week, they can watch the poem annotation video. And also you can download the worksheet from the cyber school. Okay. Yeah, so I cannot go through all the questions. I'm sorry about that. So if you have any question, you can email me, or you can watch this webinar after this session. Yes, any part, you can watch it. The replay link is the same link when you use it to join this webinar. So it should be okay to watch it again. Okay, thank you very much, and I will see you again next term with more detailed information or latest update. Thank you. Have a great evening.